So red has an ELO of 1097 and blue has an ELO of 1119. So blue is the slight favorite according to the ELO. All right, now here we are. Beautiful. Whoa. Capture Age is not playing around. So we have blue versus red. I believe blue appeared to be the favorites if I remember correctly. And they are immediately going over here and building some buildings. Okay, a house and stable. I'm still getting used to this UI over here. All right. Good to know. And what's happening over in this neck of the woods? Red, what are you up to? Red is over here building an archery range. So we are on the map where this... Okay, this is a map where you can actually defend your walls very nicely. You can just build walls like houses. Yeah, houses or actual proper palisade walls around like this, and easily protect your villagers on your meats, your villagers on your farms, and on your trees with one little shield wall. Although your villagers out here getting, you know, hunting animals or gold, not so much. Interesting that the red player has chosen to get meat all the way out here. I guess they can like bring it over to the mill. We got the blue scout just viciously chasing the red scout across the world, and red's having none of it, trying to defend up a little bit. Okay. What are you up to, blue? You finished your house and your stable. You're already making a scout. The blue player might be wanting to do a scout rush here in the Empire War. We're sending that scout over. Oh, there's a fight happening over here. Yeah, the blue player wants a scout rush. The blue player has decided, I'm scout rushing, and this is the world you'll deal with. Nice relic right there. Okay. Little scout rush for the boys, and even though they're scout rushing, they have lost their first scouts. They're not doing so well in the micro front of things. Okay. And you are just building a house. They're building a wall of houses. Smart play, so you're getting scout rush. They got an archery range over there, and you're building archers. Are archers going to counter the scout rush? No. They need to build spearmen from their barracks to counter this scout rush. And they already have. They've got 3 spearmen right here. But these villagers out here are very easy for these scouts to harass over there. That's going to be a bad time for them. In the meantime, the blue player can eco up. The eco is 35 to 35. They're about even. 36 now. They're pretty even right there. They're building their farms. They're not going for the wall strategy. The blue player is kind of all in on the scout harass, although their scouts are just kind of kiting these spears away so that the other scout can come in and attack the villagers. The blue player really wants to harass the economy with some early scouts, but an archer and 4 villagers will actually take that scout out. The blue player wanted to do a scout rush, but it is just not working for them. The spears were there to counter. I think the scout rush strategy generally doesn't work most of the time. Again, in Empire Wars, where you start in feudal age, you start with the barracks. You start with the resources. You can if you want to, you can have the first 2 seconds of your game be you click a barracks and build a couple spearmen to protect against the scout rush. I don't think scout rush works very well in this particular game mode unless you're like really good at micro or your opponent doesn't know how to handle it. So I think the scout rush was a mistake in Empire Wars, has been my experience so far. The blue player not building a lot of buildings. They're just making scouts. They just want a scout rush. The blue player has one thing on their mind, and it's a scout rush. And eventually they should figure out that this just isn't going to work for them, and then they'll need to pivot. Or maybe their plan here is they don't want to build defensively, so they're just sending scouts over there to poke and harass, and that way they don't have to build like a wall of houses. But it's... You know, they don't want to defend themselves, so they just want to... No, they just keep on making them. They've got 2 scouts queued up in here, 6 alive. All they want to do is scouts. I don't know this will work particularly well for you. I would like to see what they do with this, though. And the red player has completely defensively blocked themselves off. Was the red player the one who had more experience and was the heavy favorite for this one? I don't remember. One of them had like, they had basically the same ELO. One had the ELO off of hundreds of games. The other had an ELO off of like a dozen games. I forget who was who. But somebody here is more experienced in the game, even though they have similar ELO. All right, so all right. I mean, there's actually some good things happening here because the blue player's got 4 scouts over here, and there's only 1 spearman involved in this fight. I feel like I'd want to take out the spearman first, but that's actually a pretty decent hit on their economy. Why do you run these away? They low on hit points? Yeah, they want to keep them alive. That wasn't terrible for them. They did lose 2 scouts, but they slowed down the stone income, and they took out a couple of them. I feel like if they microed that a little bit better, they could probably take out... Like, get the spearman first and take out the rest. The Reds not even bringing their archers in there for whatever reason, but now they are. And blue, what are you up to over here? New buildings coming in. Now you're going to block yourself off with some houses and an archery range and another archery range. But they're switching to the archers to deal with the spearmen. Is their counterplay to what just happened over there. The red player is not really building anything right now. Chat's telling me that the blue player was favored. Interesting. So the blue player has played hundreds of matches and... The blue player has played hundreds of matches, and yet they still go for Scout Rush. Hundreds of matches of Empire Wars. So maybe I'm wrong, and Scout Rush can work on Empire Wars. Or, I mean, they've got like 500 matches in Empire Wars, and their ELO is 1100. This other guy's got 12 matches, and their ELO is like 1080 or whatever it was. So maybe this person just likes to use a strategy, even if it's not particularly effective. Maybe? I don't know. Alright. So, we're attacking again. They see the archers this time, so they're like, no thanks to that. How do I change, like, the... Yeah, you can change to see the fog of war by clicking that over there. That's what blue player sees. Now they see that those archers are there. Oh, no, is that, like, the shared fog of war? What does blue see? I don't know. Fog mode off. Spy. Standard. Ah, yeah, standard. That's what blue sees. Standard. Still learning how to use this. First time actually using this in a video. This spectate capture age thing here. It's kind of cool, though. I like that. You gotta learn how to use it. This was like, it's like Alt F is the short key to change that. Yeah. So learn how to, okay. Back to commentating what's going on. This is like a commentate the match for the video, but also just like learn how to do what's going on. All right, we have both them. Ooh, the red player gets the castle age first, and they've been already mining stone, and they go straight for an instant castle. Because they have their defensive barrier here to protect these villagers, but they probably also want to create a barrier here and a barrier over here to protect their villagers. And this placement is interesting, though. I think I would prefer to have this castle a little more right here. That way it'll protect your guys on the gold and your guys on stone. These buildings could have been closer here. I guess they want to protect this stone as well. But I guess if these guys get attacked, they can literally just garrison inside the castle. It'll be fine, right? And if this guy wants to attack, they'll have to go around the back, hug the wall, try to poke here, but they can literally just move back, right? Nope, they're just building another... Okay, they're going to use the town center. No, the town center doesn't reach either. That stone is out of the range of protection, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's close enough that it's easily garrisoned. Also, blue is building a town center over here to protect their gold very nicely, okay? Not going for the castle, because they haven't been mining stone. I haven't even thought about it. What do we have for units on the board? 11 scouts for you. Okay, and we have 2 archers over here for you. And some cavalry archers are coming out the way already. Some castle age units. Going for ranged cavalry is your approach. Because you've been upgrading... I got the wheelbarrow, their ballistics. Yeah, you've been upgrading your cavalry upgrades over here. Scale barding armor, iron casting, I believe are for cavalry. Could be wrong. And the castle is up. There it is. Over you have organ guns already. These terrifying ranged things. Okay. Attack damage. Great pierce damage on these things. Second to that 3.5. So we're going for organ guns. Is that like specific to your castle? I don't know. Still getting fairly familiar with the game. Crossbowmen. Yeah, 9 crossbowmen, 6 pikemen. I like your army composition. But, I mean, are cavalry archers going to be good against organ guns? I'm not that familiar with organ guns. I like to see how they play out. What is going on here? So we have your cavalry archers there. They like cavalry. They're going all in on the cavalry. So a good counter to this player here would be, frankly, spearmen. Although spearmen won't be able to reach the cavalry archers, right? If they're microed properly. So how do we counter the cavalry archers? Not with infantry, because they don't reach them. Use the archers of your own. Maybe the organ gun counters them. I'm still learning what units counter what units. You're going in for the attack. You're going to get poked at by the castle a little bit. You don't see, oh, the castle does almost lethal damage to that one right away. Yeah, they need to get out of the range of that castle. They see all these crossbowmen down here, and they want none of it. The blue player keeps desperately trying to, like, they really want to poke and harass the red player's economy, but the red player is doing a pretty good job of defending it. But they're kiting them away over here, and they're coming from this side, hoping to do some harassment over here, but there are no villagers over here. The blue player is desperately trying to be like, hey, come attack over here, pull away, so they can attack over here, but guess what? Nothing's there, but they are going all the way in. They played this map before. They know where this stuff's going to be at. And here they go. They have found the spots. Oh, these are the knights. These aren't even the ranged ones. But they'll get attacked by the town center, the castle a little bit. But taking out a few villagers there is actually pretty good for them. Now they're up to 64 villagers compared to their 51. The blue player has an economic advantage. They don't mind getting attacked a little bit by the town center and the castle. It's worth it to them to get a few of these villagers because these knights aren't doing them much good just sitting around. These knights, these are just scouts, right? Yeah, these scouts don't do them a lot of good right now apart from getting... It's worth it to lose a few scouts to take out like 9 villagers. That was a great trade for them. And my observations about this stone being unprotected, they held true, unfortunately. They were true. And we're being... It's happening again. I see. I see the red and blue are fighting over here. Red's distracted with this, and they're not noticing what's happening down here. Oh, they've lost 2 organ guns to these scouts. Scouts doing work against the organ guns, because I don't think the organ guns can attack what's close to them. They've lost 4 cavalry archers over here. Red has a nice, strong military advantage, but blue has an economic advantage, which will be more advantageous, time will tell. And then just leaving the scouts over here to attack this mining camp. Nope, we're back to controlling the scouts to fight a little bit. They also have more of these light cavalry over here. The scouts are again trying to harass them, getting another villager kill. 71 villagers to 56. Is Red going to counterattack? They've managed to take out the scouts over there. Doesn't matter. There's 5 more. The scout harassment's working well because red players know what to do about it. And the red player, instead of building more defenses over here, which clearly they need, are instead building a forward siege workshop with a house next to it. I'm not sure what the plan is here. Maybe they're trying to like block this off so they can, work on these berries at some point eventually. I mean, the blue player's harassment is working well against the economy. They're building up a nice eco advantage. What are you up to over here? You got your town center. You got a massive wall of cavalry archers. And, oh, here comes the red offensive. They've got the Ford. You got any upgrades to these bad boys? Not much in the way of upgrades on these guys. They're going in and attacking, but this is just like an attack, ground attack, not really aimed at anything particular. And we have the mangonel is going to do some damage, a miss there. They need to take that mangonel out. The organ guns are trying to attack the villagers from across, can't quite reach. Actually, they might get a few attacks on villagers over here. And the spearmen doing their best to get that mangonel out of there. That's great for them. The spearmen should be attacking these knights, but they're going to get taken down quick. The organ guns are not doing a whole lot of value. They take out like 1 villager. I feel like these organ guns are not doing great value. They're missing a lot. Although those things are attacking them just went down over there, those knights. And these ones are chilling over here. And now we have a castle coming up to defend this side. That's beautiful. There's still a gap right here that the blue player can squeeze through to do some harassment over here. You need a castle like here as well. What are you doing here? The scouts coming in, they see the castle, and then the mining camp around it, but the blue player knows that there's a gap in the defenses over here, and they're just going to ignore the castle and try to do some work on these organ guns. They don't like these organ guns. They want them damaged. They're more than happy to lose a few scouts to take out an organ gun. They're expensive units, right? Get that out of there. Blue's getting great value. And what is red doing over here? Not a lot. Blue's got these over here just sitting for defensive purposes. They're building another house over here. And they're building another house. What's this? A house over here as well. They're trying to like block off this entire side of the map. What's your play here? Try another shield wall. The blue player is also building a house. Stable here. Stable. Stables for days. Stables for days. The blue player is probably trying to get stables for more cavalry. They're going all in on cavalry units. They also probably want to block off this side of the board as well. Give them a choke point to go through right here. Through their town center. No castles yet from the blue player. But they don't need them. The red player has all these castles. They're not getting anything from them. What, like, is that where they're building these organ guns? I'm not sure their special unit, the Portuguese, is that the organ gun, their unit? They're making, they're making the organ guns at the castle, so that must be their, like, unique units. But it doesn't feel like the organ guns are doing them a lot of good. Feels like when they're attacking the villagers from distance over here, they're missing a lot. And we're building more. We're building more houses, trying to block off the wall. The cavalry's under attack. How do I go to that? We're building a town center over here for some wood, maybe like out of sight for some farms. And we've got the blue scout attacking the organ guns over here. The organ guns don't seem to be very good at the scouts. Look at that. They're just missing constantly. And they can't attack at close range. I feel like these organ guns are not great, at least not in small numbers. Maybe you need lots of them, or maybe they're better at large groups of enemies. I'm not sure. I don't see them providing a lot of value. You're building more stables. If the cavalry works, the red player doesn't seem to have a great counter to the cavalry. Spearmen, really, but they don't seem to be going on. They seem to be going for the organ guns. Who cares about getting spearmen to counter the cavalry? We want more organ guns. We want a massive title of the video, all in on the organ guns. Something about that, because that's what's happening here. Who cares about counterplay when I have a unique unit that does big explosion booms, even if they miss a bunch? Who cares? If you have 10,000 of them shooting at once, surely some of those shots will hit. Now we got a little bit of combat happening over here. Again, there's like 4 or 5 of them shooting. What's this? Oh, we're mixing up, getting a little mangonel in there to help out a little bit. You know, spread shots. So we have found the AOE King. Chat, remind me of that after we're done spectating this. That's probably the title of the video. I found the AOE King, because that's what they are. They want the area of effect attacks. That mangonel attacks, this attacks in a range, these attack in a range. We've discovered the AOE King. All right, we're under attack over here. This guy's archer's under attack by you, okay? Got some sneaky scouts hiding back over here. Having a bad time running away. You should deal with that guy. How do I switch who I'm like watching? I don't know. There's a button to switch. Oh yeah, press 1, 2, 3. Control 1. There's a button to change who you're. Yeah, Control 1, Control 2. There. Now we're on the red players like sound effects. Is who we're sounding right. Who we're listening to. Still learning how to use this thing. Sorry if it's my first dozen or so videos on any PvP game I do are usually kind of scuffed. A little bit of a patrol action. You don't see patrol getting used much. That patrol is so small to be nearly irrelevant, but there it is. My dude's watching that relic like a hawk. These scouts over here about to come harass these villagers. Gonna run past that. No micro to save that guy. That villager's gonna have a bad day. Okay, they're gone. The blue player's economy is significantly better than the red players, but not insane. And we have an attack. The organ attack. 17 organ guns against, what are these? Some hussars. I think that's your special units. Choosing not to attack. Not attacking with them at all. Just running away and letting them all get murdered. I think the red player told them to move here, but did not give them an attack command, and so they just get 17 organ guns just gone. Just gone. Just destroyed. I think they just grabbed them like this and just right-clicked and told them to move somewhere, and didn't them actually give them a move attack command, and just let their 17 organ guns get destroyed. Massive financial damage to the red player from just a huge blunder of a misplay on their part. And it is 4.5k over 3.4k. Red, I'm really rooting for you. You're massively the underdog, but that alone is devastation. And the blue player's coming in for attack over here with 9 light cavalry. Just some scouts over here. Oh, but here we go. Come on, organ guns. Do some damage to blue. I want to see big damage. Organ guns. Man, those things miss like crazy. Are there any upgrades on them? No upgrades I'm seeing. You gotta upgrade your organ guns, because clearly unupgraded they're not good. And then the Magyar Hussars, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Look at that, +4, +2, they're upgraded. The organ guns coming in, are they going to do much damage? Not a lot, and the problem with the organ guns is once you get too close to them, they can't attack at close range, so they got to move away. You need melee units or something in front of them. You need something in front of them with those behind them. They don't work, they just don't work on their own, especially against cavalry. Even with some melee units in front of them, the cavalry can move around them. We spend everything on a useless troop. It wouldn't be useless if they used it properly. The problem is they're not using it properly. They're hard countered by cavalry, and their answer was to just make more of the thing that they're already being countered by. It's like you're playing rock, paper, scissors. The other guy's going rock every single time. Ooh, that was brutal. That worked real well. Oh, imagine that. Halberdiers, the counter to the cavalry, worked real good against them. What a shock. But like it's like the other guy's going rock every single time, and you keep going scissors. Like, rock beats scissors, switch to paper, you know? And that's what he did right here, brought in the halberdiers, which he does have, get some upgrades on here, which is good. He needs more of that. He needs less of spamming organ guns, which are countered by cavalry, especially if you have nothing defending them, as like a meat shield between you and them, and more of making spearmen, which hard counter this guy's build. Although cavalry archers could be a problem, because they could just like shoot, like properly micro cavalry archers do work on spearmen, I think, here. Another castle. I don't know why you're going for another castle. Maybe for defensive purposes? What are you defending over here? There's no villagers over here. You got some barracks over here. That's good. Crank up more spearmen would be good. Over here we have another castle. I mean, get the hussars going. This guy over here, the Magyars, I think, are like must be like a cavalry nation, right? Civilization, right? I got the castles up for defense. Starting to get some mangonels. What do you have over here? You got mangonels for days. Oh, here's the army. There's the army for days. We've got 29 hussars over here, 116 villagers, cavalry. Ooh, fights happening. What's going on over here? A little bit of harassment of the scouts on the villagers. The red noticed that and tells them all to attack. And what upgrades does the scout? The scout has a lot of upgrades, though, for attack and armor. So one scout's literally going to sit here and just take out, like, 8 villagers. Are there upgrades? Yeah, you got some armor upgrades in your guys, so a little bit more durable. This one scout's doing work. Then come in the 2 hussars to help out. The red player realizes this is not working the way they want. They run away. They bring in the useless organ guns. Oh, they're elite organ guns now, so a little bit more damage and whatnot. They seem to, the elite organ's doing a little bit better. You know what? Do they have a university? Does red have the university for the upgrade? How do I tell? Do you have a university that helps you have... Maybe that makes your... market. Maybe they needed a university to make their thing more accurate. I don't know. Siege workshop. I'm not sure if the accuracy, ballistics, whatever it is at the university helps them. I'm not seeing the university. Maybe not. Alright, blue is still ahead on the eco, not by an insane amount. Their army's a bit stronger. The more blue toys with their food over here, the better chance red has a chance of figuring out how to deal with this. This is potentially the killing blow right here. Blue coming in strong. The organ guns up in front. Nothing to defend them. No melee units in the way. The cavalry counters everything that you have right here. Where are your spearmen on this army? Why are you sending out... He keeps playing rock, and you keep responding by playing scissors. Switch to paper. Get the halberdiers over there. What are they doing down here? Away from your army that's easily countered by the cavalry. I get that you want to meme and be the AOE king, but... You still need something again. Okay, you got. There we go. Okay, you're being attacked yourself. You're ignoring it. You're gonna bank on your castle to defend yourself, and hopefully you'll do enough. But these guys, I mean, it's just one castle. Do you even have anything in it? I'm not sure you even have any guys garrisoned inside of that. And you are staging over here. Get your guys in front here. You need your... Yeah, I think you understand. They're learning. The red players understanding. They need their pikemen need to be in the front. The university is close to the castle, so they do have a university. Maybe they got the ballistics for accuracy. They do have a university. There it is. I don't know how to tell what upgrades the university has. I don't know if it shows up over here. I don't think... That's just the blacksmith there, and these are just, like, villager upgrade. Oh, ballistics right there. Ballistics, that should be their what they need for, accuracy, right? So they have ballistics. That should help their organs actually hit. But blue is doing massive damage to red down here. I mean, they still get 96 villagers, still okay. Red is sending the organs back without the spearmen. Red does not learn. They do not learn. They're panicking. They've invested some points into ballistics. Maybe these have been upgraded enough to do some damage. 8 damage. They got 7 range. I mean, the castles alone are actually doing decent. I mean, did they hold it off? I think they did hold up between the castles and the halberdiers, which are probably decently upgraded now. No, 1 damage, 2 armor, it's not bad. But here comes some more of them, and also some onagers. The trebuchet. Does red have an answer to the trebuchet? Send in the spearmen towards that trebuchet, or that castle's going to go down. They don't have enough spearmen. They need more of the halberdiers. More halberdiers this day are needed. You're here when I first played. How much progress have you made in your gameplay? I don't know. Watch my videos, and you'll find out, right? I don't know how to gauge that question. They have found a gap through the trees. They are using the onagers to destroy the trees, creating a gap for the cavalry to find, the hussars to find their way in, and they are going to put some damage on the red economy. And red's army is over here attacking this. They've got some, the bombard cannons. They researched chemistry over there. And so the cannons are slowly attacking. The red player is just letting this happen. The red player is saying, who needs economy? Who needs defenses? It's all or nothing. I'm going to take you out before you take me out. It's a base rush, and the blue player is winning desperately. Dominating. Because the red player is just hoping 2 cannons will slowly take out this castle, and they're not getting their spearmen or their other guys involved. While the blue player has just much better in the way of siege units, they have much better in dealing with everything. Also, I mean, I feel like the red player would have been better off attacking through here, avoiding the castle entirely, and then going through this. The red player is having a very bad day. They've lost his castle, and there's the resignation. From start to finish, the blue player was dominantly in control here. But there it is. the AOE King wasn't able to seal the deal. But I've got plenty more videos you can watch too. See you next time.